Welcome back to the Big Law Business Report, where big law meets big business. I'm your host, Brian Brown. We're continuing our conversation with Darrell Mottley, intellectual property attorney, and we're talking about non-practicing entities, IP trolls, and where does a company, the garage inventor, or a well-established business, where does Darrell Mottley come in? When should I ask Darrell Mottley to help me with this, either the existing problem I have, or even potentially trying to prevent the problem?
Well, if you're a garage inventor, we'll say quickly, because Apple computer, when they started, was a garage inventor.
Sure, I believe Hewlett Packard was this too, right?
Exactly.
Sure, there's a lot of garage companies.
Exactly. We, on the side of, we would work to develop the actual patent protection, IP, going from the patent side, as well as even trademarks, helping on the trade secret issues, to get that company rolling. We want to figure out, what's their ultimate goal on that. And then sometimes some companies that are smaller do want to license or want to sell their company or sell their patents
Sure.
out to the marketplace. So a patent attorney, IP attorneys would come in very early on in the early companies'
Right.
time, develop the assets for that company in the IP side as
Gotcha.
well. On a larger company, if they get a letter,
Sure.
now, established companies,
Sure.
even smaller companies, if you get a letter from another entity, another person, saying, by the way, you have a patent, we see that you're launching a new business, and this happens a lot, and by the way, you might want to take a license to our
Right.
patent, or maybe you may litigate or something like that.
Right, exactly.
Then definitely you want to call someone like myself and a patent attorney to kind of go over, what do we need to do to sort of what's this plans to deal with this issue.
Right.
Yeah.
So what you're looking to try to do then is either obviously mitigate the problem.
Exactly.
Obviously, in the best of all possible world is to prevent the problem. I don't know if there's 100% prevention. Right?
It's some prevention, but typically you could do some type of clearance studies we do.
Right.
But let's say you're not doing. Let's say you get the letter, and this is typically as it happened to one of my clients. They got a letter in, and then we evaluated the scope of the, we call it the scope of the patent,
Sure.
all these different issues. In this situation, generally, we will evaluate whether the patent's valid or not
Sure.
valid, whether or not they even cover the product or not.
Right.
And then sometimes it's just, we call design around situations where the actual products maybe change slightly.
Right.
And in the case of one of my clients, changed the product slightly,
Right.
avoided the patent, and got a patent on the change.
Oh, is that right?
On the change.
So I'm sure your client
So
was
now they
pretty
have
happy
more
with it.
patents.
That sounds like a good strategy, Darrell.
Absolutely.
That's a great strategy.
So,
just as a curiosity, and we'll just to touch on this for a second, what made you think about that?
well, I put myself in the shoes of the business owner,
Right.
effectively, and try to say, what's the best for the business? What can we do to improve the business, cost-wise, and also to create more assets? So if we're able to do that, then the business owner can protect their new product,
Right, sure.
with patents as well, or whatever it is, trademarks, whatever it might be, and then they're better off avoiding the problem and
Sure.
increasing their assets of their company as well.
Outstanding. Well, Darrell, as always, you're far too fascinating for the amount of time that we have. But I look forward to having you back on the show. I'm pretty confident we will. And thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for your insight.
Thanks, Brian.
All right. We'll be back.